the handshakes of so many strangers and the friendliness of so many people, and I expect to continue to find that every single day.
We went to the National Museum, which, we had a guided tour.
From the architecture, amazing, and from the content also.
It includes the ancient history and the recent history of Bahrain. We saw the National Theatre.
I really enjoyed the old houses in Muharraq because so much of Bahrain is so new. It's interesting, to have a reminder of the long history that's here.
It was a fortress that belonged to the Portuguese. I'm Portuguese, so I was quite amazed, and I thought to myself, how can people from the other side of the world, in some nutshells, came with the boat and tried to impose their domain?
We had a session about the tradition of Bahraini houses. Their costumes, the way they dress up, the way they serve people, the way they cater the food.
It was really great. I got to see a lot of things that I had never seen and that I definitely didn't know about Bahrain. And I got to meet a lot of really cool people, and I got to learn about a culture that I guess I didn't know a lot about.
But my most favourite morning was the National Charter Museum and Monument. I thought that was brilliant. We needed a whole day there. Sadly, we only had a couple of hours, but we needed a whole day because there was so much to see.
Very, very interesting. And I particularly like to understand which was the story of the country and its historical root and sociological roots also. How diving was important and the exchange of pearls was extremely important for Bahrain.
We learned from religious leaders about how different religious groups can coexist on the island, and that really opened my eyes.
Most interesting for me from today was the House of Quran, and seeing all the beautifully inscripted books, but also scrolls, and it's just amazing.
The Grand Mosque, that was really a very strong experience for me because we were sitting all together and discussing and learning new things.
The hospital visit I found very enjoyable too. It's interesting to hear about the church that's been operating for over 100 years. You're going out to the University of Bahrain and getting to know how the students are going as they work towards their future. We got to see the music studio, and we got to sit in their chairs and pretend we were TV producers or TV performers. That was a lot of fun.
This island, like getting really to know how this process works of reclaiming land, and like seeing all of this development project working.
So cool to see a family and welcoming people into their home and home-cooked meals, and to see the neighborhood. That was very humbling and wonderful to see.
I very much enjoyed going to the Parliament and having the privilege of being spoken to by one of the parliamentarians. We also got to go upstairs to the viewing gallery to watch Parliament in action.
The Parliament, and to observe and to be part of that, especially as a woman and coming as a foreigner, I thought that was excellent access. The Supreme Council of Women, I think it was really interesting to understand what's being done in Bahrain and how that fits into the Gulf region.
The media session I thought was really wonderful as well. The gentleman that was talking to us was really informative. He showed his frustration right along with the things that he is proud of, the accomplishments that the media has made here in Bahrain.
The Women's Centre, they showed us an incubator, a business incubator, where they support new businesses that women operate, and that was my favourite place because it showed that women were actively being given a role in the community and in business in particular.
We also got to see some great industries, the aluminium industry and the urea industry, which really is the backbone of the country's economy at present, along with banking.
Big surprise, it was a football game, soccer. And at the end, we all got the winner's medal at the winner's club. That's the point, winner's club.
The go-kart racing, that was very fun.
And it was great. I had a lot of fun. I went really fast.
Well, I like the racing part, by the way. It's pretty big.
I had a good time going to the desert, to the Tree of Life. I was glad we made it there. It's a small thing, but you know, it's worth seeing.
Really brilliant.
Friendly.
Overwhelming.
Discovery.
An experience.
Enchanting.
Still amazed. Culture, wonderful.
Friends.
Meeting with something very different. It always changes your mind.
Yalla, please inside.
I like this kind of experience being in the desert.
I'll quote Arnold Schwarzenegger and say, I'll be back.
It's exceeded anything I've witnessed anywhere in the world.
We're leaving with Bahrain in our hearts.
I feel so happy and so welcomed by Bahrain, the whole country, because every single person I met, they've made me so happy.